think to myself, what a wonderful world.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you can't already tell from my breath, it is freezing again out here. It was really nice the other day, but it's just the UK weather for you. But back out in the garage today working on the Mk2 Fiesta. If you cast your minds back a month or so, I released a video saying whether the Mk2 was finished, and of course it's not finished. There's loads of stuff still to do on it, but one thing I'm going to be tackling in today's video is the door handles and locks, because I'm really not happy with the state of them, and I'll go and show you now. So this is how my handles and locks look. I'm just really not happy with the paintwork. They just look too gloss and too new for my liking. They don't match with anything else on the car, and also the locks started to chip there. So yeah, overall just not really happy with how these look. They don't suit the car at all. So you're probably now wondering, Mitch, what are you going to do about it? And I'm going to try and do a bit of sandblasting or soda blasting. Not going to lie, I don't know the difference. I think it's just the compound you use. I went onto eBay and picked up this cheap nasty soda blaster. It's by Nielsen, is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. I'm pretty sure they make loads of tools anyway. You'll recognise the label. And yeah, so once I ordered the sandblaster gun, machine, whatever you want to call it, then went on to another page on eBay and found a company called Safe Abrasives, and they basically do all different media for the blasting machines, and they recommended this sand/glass type for me to use for rust and taking off paintwork. So the aim of the game today is to get both of the handles and door locks removed, try and blast them off and get them back to that original plastic look, and then we'll see what we have to do to them to get them back to a good quality. Last thing I want to say is this could be a complete fail of a video, but come along and we'll see if this actually works. Right, first thing to do is to remove the door cards. I'm pretty sure nearly everyone watching this will know how to do that. There's loads of Phillips screws. It's like 2 in there, 1 there. Take the cap off, there's 1 there. Another one behind the window winder, 2 down here, and then just pop it off. So I'll whack it on time lapse. Now I've got the door card off, you can see the 2 rods that join onto the lock. This one to the left hand side is for the lock, and the one behind the window channel is for the handle. You just want to pop both of them off. As you can see there, I've removed the lock one, and that's the easiest one out of the 2. It's just got that little fork there, so you need to remove that, but I can't hold the GoPro and the torch and put my hand up there at the same time. That's all it is, it just slides up behind the lock. That means it should remove now. Now with the lock removed, it just leaves the handle, and as you can see there's 2 Phillips screws up there. Undo them and that pulls out just exactly the same way. These old cars ain't hard to work on. They don't make them a maze to work on. Look, there's 2 holes to get through to these Phillips screws. Or the modern car, you wouldn't have that. I don't want people fixing them, that's why. They're only very small screws. Keep them somewhere safe. All I've done is just remove the rods. So yeah, as you can see, the lock's in a bit of a state. Just not happy with how shiny these are. They're satin black. But yeah, let's get this soda blaster all set up. So you probably saw that all unfold on time lapse. Split the bag a bit too much, but it's alright. It's gone everywhere, but it's basically just like sand, so I filled it up about halfway. Don't know how much I'm going to need. Actually, I might put a bit more in. Right, so for anyone that isn't aware, it's obviously air operated. That's what goes in here, so just whack that on. I'm using this little plastic tray just to try and keep as much sand in as possible. You ain't gonna look pretty when doing this, so obviously I've got my mask, I'm wearing my gloves, and I'm also gonna be rocking these bad boys, because the last thing I want to be doing is inhaling any of this or getting it in my eyes, because I'm pretty sure that will hurt a little bit. Right, hopefully you can still hear me a little bit. Might be a little bit muffled because you've got the mask on, but let's give this a quick spray and see what it does. I ain't doing anything. Nothing's coming out. What's going on with this? You've broken it already. Right, I've got it sorted. I'm going to set you up here on time lapse because I've got two things that's making proper loud noises. The compressor keeps kicking in and out, and we've got the boiler. So yeah, I've just done a tiny bit. It's looking alright at the moment, but I don't think it's wise to wear shorts, but it's just like being on a sandy beach, innit? Right, I can't lie, I'm scared I'm going to breathe some of this stuff in, so I've got the hoodie over the top of my mask as well. Probably going to die of suffocation before I die of breathing in this stuff, but it is what it is. Looking brilliant. As you can see, we got it down to the primer on this part and right down to the plastic on the furthest part to the right, but I'm just going to keep on going at this and yeah, see how far I can get. It looks like the Sahara Desert out here, but it's only England. Watch this. The compressor's trying to keep up, but it hasn't got that much capacity. It'll get there though. Right, so I decided to have a quick little breather. That was pretty manic, but yeah, it works. I've done about 3/4 of it now. As you can see, all the different types of paint that's been on this before, and it's gone this sort of light grey colour. Hasn't damaged the plastic though, you can still see all of the texture. One thing I really would recommend though is you need a mask for this and a blower to blow yourself down afterwards, because I'm absolutely filthy. Just sitting here while I have a little break and a little think, and I'm really quite happy with how this is going so far, because when I do the engine bay and the front suspension, I can take off parts now and start to shot blast them and then rush treat them and then paint them. Whereas when I'd done the rear axle, all I was doing was wire wheeling stuff and then spraying it. So yeah, I think it will last a lot longer. And yeah, let's get going. And I've got this lock to do now and the rest of that handle. Then I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. Right, so now I've done the driver's side lock and the handle. When I was just getting to the last few bits of it, it was going really dark grey, so it's looking good. So now what I want to try and do is restore the plastic. So it's gone all faded, I've taken all the paint off it, and now I'm going to put this heat gun on them and see if I can try and get these back to a dark grey colour. Might not work, but I'm going to give it a go. Okay guys, quick little update. Heat gun didn't work, but what do we think of that? Honestly, I'm lost for words. I always say I'm so happy with stuff in the videos, but honestly, I am so happy with that. Let's go and match it up to a bit of this trim. Look at that. What are we saying about that then? I think that looks brilliant. So happy with that. I'll let you into a little secret. The heat gun didn't do that. It was actually some finish from AutoSmart. But the only thing with this is it's only temporary. It's not to restore trims, it's to just brighten them up for a week or so. So what I think I'm going to do is once this dulls back down again, I'll get some Carbon Collective trim restorer. I have run out of it, but that'll do exactly the same job, but that'll be permanent. But for the time being, yeah, I think that looks absolutely brilliant. That is exactly what I wanted to do today, and I've achieved that. Really didn't think that was going to be capable. So if you look at this, that's what the door lock looks like before. Doing this one-handed, so bear with. Give it a quick spray, wipe it all around, make sure I've got it all covered, and voila, look at that. I've outdone myself here because these look brilliant, matched the plastics on the car, and yeah, got rid of that horrible gloss black finish, back to the original plastics as it should be. I know I didn't show the back of the lock before, but one thing to note is this is absolutely perfect now. This white bit here is probably better than factory. I blasted it all out to make sure there's no sand left in the barrel. I won't show me fitting the handle and lock back to the car, but once I have, I'll catch back up with you guys. Right guys, so one side is complete and I'm just going to make a little montage of doing the passenger side, taking it off, sandblasting them, restoring them, putting them back on, and I'll come back and show the finished product. Look out for this can of Dr Pepper on a little montage as well, because once I've drunk this I'm going to try and take off the paint. We'll wait and see. I want to sort of push this sandblaster to its limits and see what I can actually do with it. And yeah, also Dr Pepper, please sponsor me. Cheers. Shits and giggles. I'm going to see what it does to this Dr Pepper can. There you have it. Pretty much destroyed it. Holly your boy for the sandblasting. And just like that, that brings us to the end of this episode. So them locks and handles have come out better than I could ever imagine, using that gun I got from eBay and the media compounds from Safe Abrasives. I think not only that I'm happy about the locks and the handles, but I'm now excited for other pieces on the Mk2 that I can sandblast. Like, for example, when I start to rebuild the front ends, I'm going to be able to get all the stuff sandblasted, rust treated and painted up properly. I really needed one of these back last summer when I was doing my rear axle rebuild. So yeah, if anyone wants any sandblasting, holler your boy. Nah, joking. I probably won't be doing anything, maybe for close friends. I know my governor wants his bike frame at work sandblasting, so we'll give that a go as well. As per usual with any of my videos, if you want to look into getting any of the products, I'll leave the links in the description below. None of this is sponsored. I haven't been told to tell you guys anything, but it's worked for me and I'm sure it'll work for you if you've got a bit of space and you're willing to get a bit sandy. A few quick shout outs because these boys have put some of my stickers on their cars. So shout out to Dave, AD and Joe. They've all sent me pictures of my sticker on their cars, so love that. Keep sending them in and yeah, I'll feature them at the end of the videos. So I think that's about it from me. If you did enjoy this video, give it a like. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel to see more. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later. Right, I've got it sorted. I'm going to set you up here because... Right, I've got it sorted. I'm going to set you up here because... Hey.